Tonight's podcast is brought to you by the Forgotten Peach Countryside Hotline for forgotten video game idols.
Hey, I'm Rod Todgers, and I smell like cat feces. I've beaten many world records with the Atari 2600 sitting atop my girlfriend's ashes. But there's one thing I haven't been able to beat, and that's video game obscurity. For mere pennies a day, you can support video game characters left lost and abandoned in the forgotten pop culture of yesteryear.
At the Forgotten Peach Countryside Hotline for forgotten video game idols, we take your hard-earned money and convert them into a new way of living for forgotten, beaten, and lost video game idols. Here we have the Blob from the game A Boy and His Blob. Now addicted to jelly beans, he had become so bloated and corpulent that he had to be cut out of his home with the jaws of life and airlifted to a local hospital. The doctor commented his diabetes was so bad that they had to amputate his toes, only to find out that he was a blob and had no toes.
And here we see our old favorite cheap GoldenEye pick, Oddjob. Having been out of work since the Nintendo 64 went out of style, Oddjob now gives hand jobs for bread and cheese.
And here we have the Noid from the popular Domino's franchise and NES game of Yo-Noid. He is now blind from violent masturbation and has a peculiar smell of pickled assholes. He spends his evenings scavenging for half-eaten pepperonis and rat droppings. If you decide to sponsor a forgotten video game idol, we'll send you a custom care package comprised of a photo of your sponsor and a $4.95 off coupon to Dell's Leather Emporium.
Call now to make your monthly pledge. Together, we can end the ravages of video game obscurity. I'm Rod Todgers, and I smell like cat feces.
Risen from the grave! You can drop, but don't think I can be saved! The good old game is all resurrected, the blood will flow like rain! But now you know their names! All the pregnant are back in the game! With a bottle of whiskey and control of the surface they reclaim! All the good old gamers punch you right in the dick. All the good old gamers return to kick you out of the cliff. Rolling you offended, spit down your neck. The good old gamers return.
Well, Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Good way to start it off this week.
Fuck yeah, it is. That's always a good way to start it off.
On February 22nd, you know, Monday of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lyle. That's Brandon.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
It's still 2021, which has proven to be somewhat faster year than last year, maybe.
Yeah, that's 2020, the sequel.
We're already, ugh. 2021, a space shodacy. Yep, we're back again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say other than that.
We are.
The world's still a shithole. Nothing's gotten any better.
Mm-hmm. There's some things better, you know.
I went to the beach last week.
That's better.
That was way better.
Yeah.
Good trip. Went to an arcade, mostly
Nice.
redemption machines, but
so
you would be happy to know one of the main cabs they had, though, House of the Dead 2.
Fuck yeah.
We played some House of the Dead 2.
I'm still waiting on my fucking light guns, man. They keep getting delayed. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
That seems like a some sort of odyssey in itself,
it
because
is.
you've been waiting for quite a while now.
I backed the Indiegogo back in July of last year.
Oh,
And with the target delivery of October.
yeah,
It is now February.
but it's COVID.
I understand COVID and Brexit and stuff because they're being made over there. I am a little frustrated, though, because it's one thing if he's like, guys, you're going to wait a year for it. But okay. But it's like, it's always next month. Next month. Like, dude, don't do that.
You're
just
kind of like the really bad drug dealer of
Yeah.
flat guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can totally get you, but I gotta hang out over here. For a
And
couple
what's
hours.
really got me is I was looking on the Indiegogo page the other day, and all right, first on his website, I want to say if you go there now, it says taking orders for target of March. I'm like, there's no fucking way. I've had this thing ordered since July, and you telling me if someone else orders it now, you're telling them they can get it by March? They might get it March next year.
You listen here, you goddamn son of a bitch.
But yeah, I saw like people's asking that my like order numbers in the low 2000s. Okay, I see people on their comment. My order number is 9,000 something. When can I expect mine? I'm like, buddy, let me tell you
Way the
something.
fuck after me, buddy.
Let me tell you a little something. It ain't happening anytime soon. Just forget about it, and maybe one day they'll show up.
Are you gonna be real mad if one of those guys get it first, though?
I mean, I ain't got no way of knowing really.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see any reason why they skip over the old ones. But I mean, I know there's growing pains. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fucking outsource something. God damn it. The Arcade 1-Up's done put out a Buck Hunter cabinets with the same technology. He licensed it from him.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Just let another company make them. At least until you get your growing pains worked out.
Dude, if nothing else, sell that technology to everybody. You're setting the new standard.
Yeah.
Because that's something, like you said, it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it does, but
Yeah. Now it does. Because he made it. Yeah.
we got one fucking dude's got the existence of it, you
Yeah.
know? I don't. That sucks. I don't know what else to say, Brandon. That fucking sucks, buddy.
Yeah, it sucks. Maybe next month.
Maybe next month.
Maybe next month.
Well, I just hope you know you're going to put a fucking futon in here or something for me to sleep on. 'Cause I'm going to come over here and play it.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Fuck
time.
yeah. I can't wait for it.
I'm really upset that you didn't get to go to Mobile and get that fucking T2 cabinet.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
That's pretty gnarly.
600, which, I mean, you figure in how far of a drive that is and back. Which, I mean, that
Tack
ain't...
on, if you're being generous, $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That ain't that bad.
It was a really good deal. Another thing is the room for it. That's a big cabinet.
That's a huge fucking cab.
And I'm about to have a shooter cab that can play T2. So,
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah. If you lived in a fucking Coke dealer's mansion or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If one day I plan on it. I plan on getting me a Coke dealer's mansion, but not today. Not till after my kids graduate.
Yeah, that's...
I'll sell this place and get me something out in the sticks that's a lot bigger for the money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But not today.
That's one of the beautiful things about living in a shit fuck middle of nowhere like we do.
Yeah.
Cost of living, especially out in the country, pretty fucking cheap.
Yep. I did good buying this one here in the city, which I say city. It's still considered rural by USDA and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get a farmer's loan out here. I know because I got one.
Well, I'll be damned. Old Farmer Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, even the blossoming metropolis of Coleman still is rural. Yeah, almost the value of this house is going up pretty quick because Coleman's growing pretty quick.
Dude, cost like a lot of shit in Coleman's kind of out the fucking roof right now.
It's
like
getting that way because it's one of the fastest growing in Alabama because we got like no unemployment at all. There's so many factories and shit here.
All these like, man, I'm telling you, dude, we're starting to get a goddamn influx of Yeti
Boat shoes.
boat shoes. And, yeah, about said it backwards again, like always. But yeah, I noticed we're getting all these posh little fancy eateries and shit out now.
Yeah,
and I'm
we
like,
are.
what's so funny is we're getting all this shit, and I'm like, what all did you fuck start doing to make more money?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people I know, like, they just make me think of like, and I'm not knocking them, but I mean, I'm financially comfortable. And I don't know a lot of people though, but they just come off to me as like those fucking couples on, like those house renovation shows. Well, my husband inspects pogs for a living.
And I milk salamanders.
Yeah, exactly. Our budget is $2.8 million. Like, oh.
You know, the secret
Jesus,
to that
I didn't realize there was that many gold mines and milking the teat of a salamander. Perhaps
the
I should go
secret to
caving.
that kind of thing and the way you see people spend money is they are comfortable with debt. And I'm not.
No. Dude, that's one good thing. I'm glad my parents and my grandparents and my family in general has instilled in me. Just be fucking appreciative of the shit you got. Mm-hmm. I had that kind of flux. I've got a little chunk of money saved. I'm actually ahead for once. Anybody that knows my history knows that's a pretty goddamn good thing considering the past couple years. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to just buy myself. I'm like, I work all the fucking time. I work all these crazy hours a week, and I make a decent amount of money.
And it probably doesn't help. I'm always sending you these links. Check out this cheap arcade.
It don't, because you sent me that one yesterday, and my fat ass almost drove to fucking Huntsville, and was like, yeah, I got the money for that right now.
If I didn't just literally drop $2,000 on a new fridge, I would have went and got that.
Kudos on that fridge, by the way. It looks very nice.
It is nice. I enjoy it.
I like it.
It's a lot better than that piece of shit we had. One part on it at a time is going out on it. I'm like, man, I don't want to sink any more money into this piece of shit.
Buy something that's going to pull the long haul.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man. Like, I wanted to buy something fucking really cool for myself. And I got shit out of every opportunity of going and buying shit this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, either I have an arcade cabinet I've been wanting to go get. The ride thing, or the truck thing didn't really work out. And then had this other thing. It was just like the clouds open and God was like, not today, Lyle.
That's
But
probably for the best.
at the same time, he could have been like, save your money. There's some other cool shit. Like, I wish I'd have had that fucking extra money saved when I come across that fucking CDX.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm stopping myself from spending anymore. Which I am buying one more board game. But I'm stopping myself from spending anymore until I get that pinball cabinet. Because the Arcade Legends pinball cabinet looks pretty legit.
Yeah.
I mean, AtGames Legends.
I'm probably going to buy that.
Yeah. It looks pretty darn sweet. I saw that Sam's Club had it for pre-order. Pre-order's already sold out. I ain't pre-ordering this thing. I'm just going to pick it up somewhere. Looks pretty cool because it has kind of the same modability as the AtGames Legends cabinet in that you can just plug a fucking PC into it and run visual pinball effects and stuff like that. So you can have all the pinball tables you want on it if you got a PC to go with it.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Because to get a virtual pinball table even remotely that good, you're going to spend probably $2,000.
Oh, yeah. Easily. And I mean, like, it's got all the, like, features of a normal fucking pinball machine almost built into it. Like, it's got what do you call the tilt sensor?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that. The one thing I saw that people are disappointed that they initially, like, sold as a feature that they ended up backing out on. It doesn't have solenoids to give you that bumping pinball effect, like that knocking feeling.
Oh, yeah.
They put like vibrating speakers somewhere in it, which, I mean, I'd rather have the fucking tilt feedback than that.
Yeah.
Everything, as far as I can say, everything that affects gameplay is still good, legit. It's got a plunger on it. I hate pinballs without plungers.
Yeah.
Even the legit pinballs, like the Terminator 2 one with the shotgun.
I do like that, though.
Yeah, but it's not as satisfying to me.
Well, I mean, it kind of cuts that element of
There's
like
no
skill
skill shot,
shot and
yeah.
all that out of it, so.
I like me a plunger.
Yeah, I like one.
And plus the that Legends pinball cabinet I saw, they've made a extra
faux coin.
Oh yeah. Well, they've made extra arcade controls you can put it on it, so you can play like vertical shooters on it and stuff.
Fucking Dodon Ponchi, or
yeah, Dodonpachi. I don't know if that thing could handle. Well, you'd have to play it through your PC or something because the hardware on there, I doubt could handle Dodonpachi. Because it gets pretty intense.
That look cool on a fucking huge vertical screen.
Yeah, it
like
would.
That though. I want one, but when do they come out? Like next
soon?
month?
Yeah. I think they're gonna kind of filter through at different places at different times. While supplies last, that kind of thing, because they're going pretty quick. The arcade one-ups have been going, and I mean they look okay, but if I can get the AtGames one and get every pinball, fuck getting one with 6 games on it.
Yeah. Man, I'll give fucking Arcade 1-Up credit, though. They've got some really cool... They've got some pretty cool shit coming out.
Yeah.
Did you see that the Ultimate Mortal Kombat that's about to come out?
I believe is it going to have online play? I think it is.
I think so. I was kind of interested in that one. I was like, man, but goddamn, it's still $500 is a fucking steep price for a faux arcade cabinet.
Right.
I'm just waiting on them to come out with a RoboCop one.
Yeah.
Since I was never...
I mean, I'm practically giving them things away now, so... Anyway,
they ought to be.
I think Arcade 1-Up...
Data East one, I guess I should say.
I think Arcade 1-Up's going to be hitting home runs with the online play thing, because you can't do that any other way easily. There's no convenient way to play these old arcade games online. Like that Ninja Turtles cabinet, I could see getting that if it was online. Like you could just jump into a 4-player game of Turtles.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because how often... I mean, I've had my 4-player cabinet for years. I can't tell you I've had 4 players on it that often.
Well, if like... They ought to do what the fucking Legends people are doing. If you spend that much money, $500 fucking dollars on a cab that has internet connectivity, you ought to be able to offer the ability... Well, you can buy other games and put on your cab, too.
Yeah.
Like...
Or, I wish they do like AtGames and, put some USB slots in there and be like, we can't control what you do with that.
Yeah.
But the reason why they don't is that's how they're getting their licensing deals for all these cabinets.
You gotta give AtGames credit. They've come a long way from making the shitty Genesises and all that.
The Legends cabinets look pretty legit from what I've seen. I plan on replacing my 12-in-1 arcade 1-Up because I could get the AtGames Legends and play the 12 games on there plus more.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want trackball and spinner games. That's all I want on it because I got my other cabinet for everything else. So I'll load it up with that kind of thing. Bowling games, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, those 12-in-1s we got, they ain't making them anymore. People are paying a premium for it. So I might be able to sell it for cost of getting that AtGames Legends.
Hell yeah.
I got some alternative artwork coming in for it because I can't remember the name of the website. They did like an anniversary sale. So I got like art for the riser and for the front panel of it for like $30.
Really?
Yeah. Whenever it comes in the mail, I'll put that on there and I might put that thing up on eBay or something. I
still want to pimp mine out a little bit.
If I had to suggest anything, the GRS spinner, that spinner I got, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah, I need to do that because I still play Tempest pretty fucking regular on that. That's still like one of my all-time. I've thought about getting a Tempest tattoo somewhere, like around my leg.
I want the arcade 1-Up, basically their new 12-in-1, the one that looks like a Tempest cabinet that was released. Yes, but the trackball's in the wrong spot. It's on the left side of the buttons.
You showed me that, and I was just like, ugh, like what asshole designed that? Like.
I mean, that wasn't like a picture of a release one yet, because I don't think they've ever hit yet. So maybe when they actually hit, they fixed it. But until I say otherwise, I've got no interest in it as cool as it looks.
I'm not gonna lie. Have you seen the Tempest mini cabs they got out that are like $200? Oh, really? This company, like the little ones you can get at Walmart for $20. Well, this company makes these ones, and like they're like $200, but they're like,
are they like barcade level?
No, they're still small. Like
Okay.
you could have it on your desk at work where they're about that tall.
It's about a foot tall.
Yeah, granted, but they are fucking. They have a Dragon's Lair one, a Tempest one. The Dragon Lair one like functions. It's Dragon's Lair 1 and 2.
Okay.
Functions perfectly. I'll try to pull a picture up so I can show you for reference. But they released a Tempest one, and it's. I mean, $200 for a little one's a lot of money, but you can tell like people are like hand making they're like very passion projects.
I guess it's probably more of a replica thing. Than a
straight
cheap
up.
toy.
Yeah, it's definitely not just like a cheap little. They're not using fucking like what the Walmart ones do or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But they're really fucking cool. And that company, they make like Replicade. That's
okay. Yeah, I have heard of it.
They're
now.
$119, but they're meant. And it's fucking sold out. It's 12 inches, so yeah, it's a foot.
That's what she said. Okay,
they're really fucking cool.
That does look pretty rad.
But the Tempest one, like, it even has like the fucking mock like vector screen and shit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know if that's really for me, but I think it's pretty darn cool. I really love the look of the Tempest cabinet.
Yeah, it's got that fucking spacey, like, the future is now.
Yeah.
Like, look to it, you know.
It does.
How, everybody was so fucking askew. Because you think about something weird. We're living in the fucking age now that all the movies we grew up liking happened in, pretty much.
Yeah, we are.
Like, goddamn Predator 2 took place in 1999 or some shit, for fuck's sakes. And that was futuristic back in 92 when it came out.
Yeah.
They're like, Jesus Christ, crime's right. Well, you got that right. They ain't no flying cars. Where's the bitches with 3 titties at?
No kidding. I need one.
They ain't on Mars.
No.
Elon Musk hasn't built Total Recall on Mars yet. Get on that, Elon.
But yeah, I think all I got left I want to do to like finish out my home arcade until I move to a place with more room anyway, because it's never going to end.
You just got to get you a basement.
Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to build me a driving cab so I get my driving games. Throw the light guns on my big cab. Replace that 12-in-1 with the AtGames Legends and get me that game's pinball. That way I have me a virtual pinball for variety. I get my real pinball for, learning the skills, and everything else be gravy.
Nice. I think my goal for arcade-wise, I just want to have my base MAME cabinet, which I'm about, that's next purchase. MAME cab. I'd like to still have a fucking original RoboCop and maybe I don't know.
Tempest.
Yeah, a Tempest.
Tempest would be bad. Or Galaga.
Fucking
I love
Galaga. A Miss Pac-Man machine with a speed-up hack would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Too.
Those the arcade 1-up cocktail tables look good with the Miss Pac-Man and Galaga and stuff on it.
I would really like to find that fucking pinball game that we played at the
cocktail
museum.
pinball?
Yes.
That
the
thing's great.
Cruise ship one or whatever, or the 80s party.
Yeah.
That shit was so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get that multi-ball and shit on. Like,
Yeah, it was fun as shit. I like being able to sit down and play pinball.
and like, if you could actually find one of those, like, they were saying like there aren't many of them, but they're not a fucking incredibly expensive one to buy.
No, the
for like $1,500 to $2,000. I'm like, shit, that's doable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they look like something that's kind of rare, but there's also not a lot of demand for it, so the price ain't ridiculous. Same thing with that D&D pinball I played a lot up there at the museum. They're not the easiest thing to come across, but also they're not in high demand. So if I just find one,
I can't remember.
at least a state away, I'll fucking buy one probably.
Do you remember the name of that moon one that I got pretty addicted to?
I don't remember. I do know that one.
Man, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking weird-ass table.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Very unfair.
Yeah.
But still... But it's a game of skill.
Oh, I do got a little bit of news, which we kind of been talking news.
Oh,
a little bit of news.
We got Nobody here has crabs.
Diablo 2 Remastered coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's Diablo 2 Resurrected is what they're calling it. And it's going to come with the expansion. Don't know what they're charging, but as long as it's not, over $60, I'm buying it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And of course, as long as I see that they haven't fucked it up somehow.
Yeah.
Diablo 2 is so great. It's so much better than Diablo 3. I'll just be excited to see like a new
I've
online
never played
community.
Diablo 3. You told me it was just kind of meh, and I value your opinion on shit pretty well, so I just never fucked with it. Now, Diablo and Diablo 2. Lord of Chaos, is that the expansion? Or
No, Lord of the Destruction.
Lord of Destruction, that's it.
And of course, Diablo 4 is in the works, and Diablo 4 looks better than 3.
I do.
But
I'm not gonna lie. I dug that fucking trailer.
Yeah.
For it with the chick,
the rogue.
Yeah.
Where she's like giving the priest the ears and stuff.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it does. It definitely looks better than 3 because it's not cartoony. I give it that. If it does nothing else right, it's not cartoony like 3 is. That's the worst decision they made with 3. Is
it into cell shaded?
No, it's like World of Warcraft.
Ugh.
Low polygon, everything looks cartoony. They just shit on the Diablo franchise so much in the game. And Deckard Cain, Bent was in every Diablo, played a pivotal role, and they had a fucking, not even a true mini boss, just some shitty little boss character kill him without a cinematic scene or anything. He just fucking kill him. A fucking fairy of all things. A fairy kills him. Like, I didn't mind Deckard Cain dying, but like, make Diablo kill him.
Yeah.
It's the name of the game is Diablo, and he's been like the one character who's strung along the whole series. Have Diablo kill him. Make his death mean something and look cool. Nope.
God, dude, I remember the days of having the hack programs on Diablo.
Uh-huh.
Some dickhead on there you don't like, you just be like, I'm about to boot you from your game.
Yeah.
What an
I'm
asshole.
going to kill you in the middle of town where you can't attack people.
And that guy that I did that to currently lives in a home somewhere in Ohio. He's smearing lipstick on his face, rubbing his crotch, and writing a list.
Yeah.
And guess what? Black's Phoenix 2001. Me. It's probably on there.
Hell yeah.
That's cool, though. I had no idea they were doing a remastered Diablo 2.
Yeah, it was been rumored forever, so I never really thought they were actually doing it because it's been one of those. Ever since remastering things has been a thing, they've been rumored that they're going to do Diablo 2, but now it's official. So I don't know when it's coming out. I didn't see anything about it. I didn't see any kind of actual dates posted, but when it does, I'll be there.
That's pretty fucking rad.
I'm looking forward just to active community on the online part of it again.
Yeah, because even Diablo was like probably one of the first fucking PC games I ever played with other people online, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, that was the beauty of Diablo. Like, you didn't have to have a badass cutting-edge PC at the time to run it. You could just fucking get it and go with it, you know? And there ain't a lot of shit you can do that with now.
I don't think I have any other news. We kind of discussed the arcade one-up and AtGames shit.
There was something I was wanting to... There was something I thought about the other day. I was like... I wanted to bring up, and I fucking cannot remember. I don't guess it's important. There was something I thought I
Southern
was
Fried got moved. Southern Fried Game Expo got moved to August, which sucks for me because, not only does it just suck in general, but I'm on a diet, doing pretty good with it, but I decided my next cheat day is going to be at when I go to Southern Fried, I'm gonna cheat the whole weekend, eat whatever I want, be a total lard ass. And I told myself, if I don't gain 10 pounds over the weekend, I'm gonna be disappointed. Well, they moved it to another month out, so I gotta be good that much longer.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking lame. But
As long as that happens, though.
yeah, it's more incentive just to, not kill yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
I gotta go get in on that miniature painting course this time. I've been painting my Nemesis minis.
Yeah, I seen that you told me about that game last week, and I seen that you were painting those, and that's the first thing I thought about the other day. I was like, well, you shouldn't have been a dickhead and went to that fucking course with that fucking pseudo man-woman nerd person.
Yeah.
You could have made them toenails look more like toenails on your fucking Nemesis.
That's
aliens.
right. That's the last thing I fucking want to do is go in a room jam-packed full of smelly nerds painting their Warhammer figures.
If you flick the brush, you can give it a realistic rusted weather effect.
Oh, yeah?
Just flick the brush like a funky little winker bean.
Yeah.
I do want to toot the horn of Nemesis, the board game, a little bit.
Yeah, I was wanting to, you might as well talk about that for a second. Because
So,
it looks pretty fucking rad.
It's pretty gnarly. It's
very alien.
It would have jumped to my favorite game list. It did jump to my favorite board game, but then the one you say over there on top of it immediately jumped ahead of it.
King's Dilemma?
Yeah, I'll talk about King's Dilemma next week because I don't want to do too much board game.
You like it, though?
It's great, dude.
Really?
It's not replayable, though. It's the only thing. It's one-time go. But it's fucking good.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, you play like 10, 15 games over the course of it, but yeah, once you run the story out, it's done.
That's it? That sucks.
But anyways, Nemesis. The plot of the game is pretty much Alien. You wake up on a spaceship, and
one of my favorites.
There are intruders about. They're not necessarily out there when you wake up, but as you explore the spaceship, you make noise, which attracts intruders. So the board is basically a spaceship with rooms set up around it, and there's corridors connecting them all. Anytime you move your character from one room to the other, you have to roll a dice, and whatever the dice comes out to is where you place noise markers on the room you're going to. So like they'll be numbered like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, that kind of thing. So you roll the dice and it's 2, you place a noise marker on the corridors, it's 1 and 2. If any corridor gets 2 noise markers, you remove all the noise markers from that room and spawn an intruder, which is, I call it the danger sack. You got the sack full of like tokens, and it tells you, you pull one out and it tells you what you're facing.
Let me tell you about my danger sack
Yeah.
I got sometimes.
If you're lucky, well, if you're real lucky, you get the blank token. That's nothing, but there's one of those in there. If you're lucky, you get a larva. Larvae are pretty easy.
That's the little things you have that are like spattered in the green.
Yes, they're in the slime.
Do you know what? That and the creep or the crawly thing.
Yeah, the creeper.
Do you know what they look like to me?
What's that?
In Jason Goes to Hell, when he comes back as little demonic Jason, that's like, and it crawls up into the snatch of the dead Voorhees lady.
There you go. Yeah,
that's exactly what it made me think of.
I wanted the fleshy color too to harken to facehuggers.
Yeah, dude, I dug it.
But yeah, if you're lucky, it's a larva. Larva get killed. Any amount of damage kills a larva. You can pretty much stomp them if you want to. But if a larva hits you, you get infected. They don't do damage; they infect you, and it ain't good. Then you got your creepers, your adults, breeders, and the queen. Anything over the creeper, the adults, the breeders, and the queen are motherfuckers to kill. The only time we ever killed the queen was when 3 of us were in the room with the queen just fucking gunning her down. And it took us so much time and resources that we pretty much lost because of it. So your best bet is just avoid the queen. Or actually, your best bet is having a fucking fire extinguisher. Because the fire extinguishers, you chase them off.
The anti-thing of like from Alien, because you need a fucking flamethrower.
That's in the game
Alien.
too.
Oh, really?
Great. But the fire extinguisher makes the aliens retreat. You basically shoot them off like a dog from a vacuum cleaner.
Back up! Back up!
But
Goddamn aliens!
fire extinguishers are one-time use too, so it's your one ace in the hole, which comes in handy too, because like, okay, the goal of the game is obviously to survive, but you got secret objectives. Every person playing has them, and you got choices in it too. You get 2 objective cards. Sometimes the cards have 2 choices on the card. But you got your 2 cards, and then the first time an intruder spawned, you choose which card you're going with, toss the other one. So whatever it says on that card is the only way you can win the game. And you have to survive on top of it. So your objectives could be like, send a signal and then escape, or be the only one left alive, make sure player 2 doesn't live, reveal weaknesses of the intruders by like scanning them and stuff like that. So you get your secret objective to do that, and because there's treachery afoot, you don't know who to trust really.
Yeah.
The first game that we played, I won it because my objective was to be the only one to survive. So I started the self-destruct sequence, then broke the room that starts the self-destruct sequence, so nobody could turn it off. Then got an escape pod and jetted.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's kind of asshole-ish, but awesome.
Yeah. So how the action system works in the game, every character has their own deck of cards, and you draw like 5 every turn. You just refresh your hand up to 5. And to do basic action, to do any actions, you actually just discard the cards. They do their own thing too if you outright use the cards. But most of your cards don't require additional discard. Like most characters have search cards, or they all have search cards. The search card has a little 0 on it, means you don't have to discard any additional cards to use it, so you just play it, search the room you're in. Other cards are like fix the engines, or fix/break the engines, because you can fuck over the engines too. Those might be like discard an additional card with it to play it. And then you got your basic actions like move, shoot, and that kind of thing. Those all require you to discard cards. So the typical round goes, every player does 2 actions, and it keeps going in circles till everybody passes or is out of cards. And then aliens get to go. And then it starts over. And on the aliens' turn, events happen. It's usually kind of like random things that happen to the ship or random things that the aliens do. Like one of them is one of the escape pods just randomly deploys. So if it could really screw you out of going in the escape pod you're wanting to go in. One of them that was actually worked out really well for us the first game we played was all the intruders basically went in the vents. They pretty much wiped them all off the board. Of course, they all went back in the danger sack to be pulled out of later, but got them off the board for a minute.
Nice.
Because they fill up quick. You don't want to tangle with most of them.
Yeah.
Ammo's fairly scarce in the game too. So like the soldier starts with the full, y'all start with a full clip of ammo and whatever gun you got, but the soldier has the most shots, obviously, because he's a soldier. But when Justin was playing the soldier, he never got any fucking ammo after that. So he was just kind of shit out of luck.
Y'all be sure to kill these aliens for me.
Yeah.
Are they gonna bite me? Could you just be like, well, he doesn't have any ammo. Let's throw him to the wolves and we'll run up here and me and you'll work together. Can you do shit like that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, nice.
There's all kind. You can't outright attack each other, but you can fuck each other over. Like the grenade card, you can't. You have to use it on an intruder, but nothing says anything about the guy beside the intruder. Like you. So if another player's fighting an intruder in the room next to you, you can just, I'm gonna help you out. Toss a grenade in there. It hurts them too.
Oh shit.
Or the decoy. The decoy is nice.
You don't want to get eaten or blown up.
The decoy, you throw it to a neighboring room, and the aliens go to that instead of wherever. That draws them from all neighboring rooms. So you want to fuck somebody over, throw the decoy in with them.
So if they're in there just exploring around, whatever, you can just walk by and like toss that in the door and look, whoops.
Yep. You can close doors and shit. Like All the different rooms in the ship have different functions, and like one of them is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a room that you can control all the doors on the ship from. So you can spin some cards and close doors, and now someone can't run away from the alien they're in there with. That kind of thing.
Man.
There's one that is a airlock control system, so it can depressurize certain rooms on the map. So if someone's in there, I guess you don't need air. Pfft, you're dead.
What an asshole.
Or it also kills all the aliens in there with them too.
That's cool, though.
We used that to kill a couple aliens. We drew them in there and depressurized it and took them out.
That's pretty badass,
Yeah.
actually.
There's two ways. What's that?
I was just say that would add to the tact a lot. Like,
Yeah, it is. And you get nervous because like that pressure control system, it affects rooms that are colored yellow. So if you're in a yellow room and you see someone else in that pressure control room, you're like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
But there's two ways to survive in the game. Get in the escape pod or get back into hibernation, and the ship, everything on the ship is set right. In the escape pod, it don't matter what condition the ship is in. But if you go back into cryo sleep, the ship has to be heading to either Earth or Mars, depending on your objective. If it's heading to deep space, or I don't remember the other possible location, but either way, I think it was the sun. If it's heading to deep space or the sun, and you go into cryo sleep, you're dead. If two out of the three engines on the ship aren't working, you die because the ship explodes. Which is another cool thing too. If every turn or every actual round takes down the timer on the game, when it gets to 0, anybody who's not in cryo sleep is turned to goo because the ship hits at light speed. And you're not in there. You're a bug on the windshield.
Cellular de-evolves you.
Yeah. What else? If there's a limited number of fire tokens and malfunction tokens in the game, so if you run out of those, the ship explodes because it's either too much fire or too much shit's fucked up. So you got to keep that in mind. Like, I don't mind that this room's on fire, but if that shit keeps spreading, ship's gonna explode.
That's fucking crazy.
Or same thing with the malfunction. Yeah, these rooms are fucked up and I don't need them, but there's only 2 markers left. If we run out of them, we're dead.
So the aliens are definitely not the only fucking thing you need to worry about.
No, you got the aliens, you got the other players, you got the whole game working against
Everything's out to get you.
you can change the course. I like the way that works too. The course of the ship. You can go into the helm, and you can spin cards to look at. There's a secret card there's a card that's turned upside down. Has like A, B, C, D for the coordinates. You don't know. You got that card, and it's like A's Earth, B's Mars, C is deep space, D is the sun, and you got a whole deck of those cards. So when you start the game, you don't know what order those are in. They could be mixed up anyway. But you start off of the game with this ship direction on B. So you don't know where the ship's heading. B on this card could be the sun. B on this card could be Mars. You don't know. So you have to go to the helm, spin cards to look at the card so you can see where you're going for the A, B, C, and D location.
Yeah.
Then spin cards to change it. So that'd be another way to fuck somebody over if you don't... Say if you wanted to go to Mars, most everybody don't want to go to Mars.
Yeah.
So you could change the course of Mars and be like, yeah, we're going to Earth, guys. It's okay. Y'all can trust me. We're going to Earth. I want to survive too. Then at the end of the game, we're going to Mars.
All you motherfuckers about to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger with his helmet
Yes.
busted.
The infection mechanic is really cool. So when something gives you an infection, often it's from an intruder attack, you get this infection card into your action deck, which is worthless. It doesn't do anything for you. So it's just a dead card in your hand. But to find out if you're infected, there's this little like red scanning piece that you slide it into. And it's the same as the red and blue 3D glasses.
Oh, dude, you talking about like the Ghostbusters book you used to get?
Yes.
That have like the picture that's covered up by the red dots?
Yes,
and when
yes,
you
it's
hold
that.
it over decoder.
Yes, it's a decoder.
That's
so you
fucking
slide
awesome.
your infection card in there, and it has jumbled up letters, And if one of them spells infected, you're infected, and you die at the end of the game.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though. So if you get infected, is there still a way for you to win?
Yes,
Okay.
you can get rid of your infection. There's ways to do it.
Okay.
There's like a surgical suite in there to take the larva out of you, that kind of thing.
So it almost actually operates like a chest burster.
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, there's ways to scan your infected cards normally without the surgical suite. It's a rest card. Any infection cards in your hand, you scan them. If they're not infected on it, you discard them. You get rid of them. But if they're infected, you put the chest burster guy on your character board, and now you know you got to go and get your shit fixed. So if you're infected at the end of the game, you die. You can take a risk and not scan your cards and hope that you're not infected at the end. That's what I did the first time I played it. I just got lucky and wasn't infected. It seems about 15-20% of the cards are infected. So you get a contamination infection card, you might be infected, might not.
Damn.
Just rolling the dice. I really enjoy it though.
I want to come play it.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, the game, you can play that game solo too. So
Really?
yeah, we could co-op it one night if you just wanted to.
That'd be cool too. Yeah. Aesthetically, it looks badass too. Like the token, like the character, the actual alien shit, they look fucking rad.
Mm-hmm.
They got that badass like xenomorph kind of.
Yeah.
In a weird way, they look a little more threatening.
Yeah.
Than a xenomorph does.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's a lot of different shit they've released for it so far. And most of it is hidden behind Kickstarter shit because this was originally a Kickstarter game. The Nemesis board game is now on retail.
you own it now, right?
Huh?
You own it, right?
The board game?
The company.
Oh yeah. No, I did not kickstart it, and they're making a standalone expansion / side game, which I didn't kickstart, but I found a site that lets you buy from them. Like I guess they pledge Kickstarters, and you can buy it from them. So I'm buying that, but there's 2 more alien types that you can buy for it to spice up the game. There's a carnomorphs, which really reminds me of shit from Doom. It's basically, or the Thing even, because it's basically infected meat that gets bigger.
Ooh.
So
The giant tumor.
The aliens just look like fucking gore, like skeletons and entrails and shit hanging off of them. And then there's void seeders, which I don't even recall what they look like, but they're mind games aliens. They make you crazy. They don't just outright kill you.
Brain bugs.
Yeah. So I need to get my hands on them. Right now, there's no easy way to do it. But yeah,
Nice.
looking forward to it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They got it, like an expansion kind of deal for it, because I'd keep it fresh all the time.
Yeah, alternate aliens and other various things. I got some different characters coming in for it too, eventually.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play the shit out of that for the next few years.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about King's Dilemma next time, because I've talked enough about board games.
It's okay. We can talk about video games.
We'll talk about video games.
And it just so happens that the one we're talking about this week is exciting. Because you just recently beat it for the first time in, 20-something years?
Yes, since I was about somewhere between 12 and 14.
I remember it. Because I remember a lot of our talk was about Ganon's dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Or the basement. Right? Yeah.
See, it's funny too. Like,
I can't remember.
I played through it this time. Just going off old memories, which are very sparse, and nothing else.
But you made it through it.
I made
completely.
it through it. There's a few stumbling blocks that I remember weren't stumbling blocks for me back then, but also breezed through shit that in the past
Was
really
a pain in the ass.
Biggest one, and I didn't know it was even fucking possible till I played through again. You don't have to beat the swamp temple before the ice temple.
Yeah.
You can do it without it.
Yeah.
You just
Just so y'all know, by the way, y'all, we're talking about
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past, Zelda.
Yeah.
One of the greatest games of all motherfucking time.
So I believe I think the ice temple's 5 and the swamp is 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought growing up, you had to go to the swamp one first to get the little cane that makes the brick, so you can solve that last puzzle. You don't. All you have to do is arrange the bricks a certain way, and then teleport, basically start the dungeon over and go in from the other side of it, and you're good. Didn't fucking know that until playing, because I was just going through them in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there it was.
Well, that was like one of the first games where there was a few alternate ways you could do different shit.
The puzzle's definitely more conveniently done with that cane from the swamp, but yeah, you don't need it. I just thought you did.
Dude, I don't like. We might as well just start again. There's so many good aspects to Link to the Past. Like,
and so many things that like you encounter and you have like, what the fuck use is this? And then later on you find a use. Like, I couldn't for the life of me remember what the fuck the use of the flute was. I did remember the bird, but I didn't remember how the fuck you use the bird. So eventually it was just took happen chance of me fucking around playing the flute in front of the statue, because I finally put 2 and 2 together and it's like, oh fuck, I bet if I play this here, the bird will come out.
Yeah.
You can have that duck to teleport me around.
Yep. Then you can just get dropped off wherever you needed to be. Yeah. Very handy. The beginning of that game starts off, like, that's one of the things that always stood out. That was the first fucking video game I ever remember having weather effects in.
Yeah.
And, like, that was still, like, Link to the Past, I know I've said it on here before. That's the first, like, game that I guess come out that I was super hyped about. Because I remember seeing that shitty commercial with Paul Rudd being like, hey, nutting playing Super Nintendo and like in the middle of Seattle or wherever the fuck hip area he was at in 1989 filming that commercial. But like they showed the work in progress and it just said like Zelda 3 on it. Didn't even have the Link to the Past moniker yet, you know?
Yeah.
And then like the first time I play that, it's raining and you go out and like, I don't know, for that point in the 90s on that shit, that was some groundbreaking shit. Yeah. You're like, holy fuck, it feels like it's raining and stormy.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, go home, kid.
Yeah.
And you go fall down that hole that you finally discover your way in the garden and find your bum-ass uncle laying there.
Yeah.
My whole deal with that, you find him and he's all tuckered out, all beat up. There's not even any fucking guards down there where he's at. Did he just fall down that hole and was like,
sprained his ankle?
Fuck that.
Yeah, because he didn't die. You realize that at the end of the game when Link and him are holding their swords up and stuff.
His uncle was kind of like the grandpa out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I can't walk for 50 goddamn years. You got a golden ticket? Guess what? I can jump and sing and dance.
I'm kind of partial to the fan theory that he's older Link from another time.
Yeah. I want to say, and don't quote me on this, and this is shitty because of me being the huge Zelda fan I'm almost pretty sure that Link Between Worlds kind of confirms that somehow. Because there's something Link Between Worlds, like the old man that you meet and play, like in the online master shit and all that. They're like, that's old Link. And then the older man that's in it, they're like, that's his uncle. So, I don't know. Which is possible because aren't like Highland people supposed to live a really fucking long time?
I think so. Yeah, the ones that are like descended from the wise men or whatever. Yeah. But
you fall down a hole. You get the sword and shield, and thus begins your adventure.
Mm-hmm. And you start off with the 3. Yeah, you got to get the 3 medallions so you can get the Master Sword to fight the sorcerer.
Yes, Aghanim.
Yep.
Who is? Look, spoiler alert. If you're getting pissed off that shit's getting spoiled for you after a fucking 30-year-old game, go let the tables turn and let Lyle say this to you. Go fuck yourself.
Yes. You know,
Aghanim is actually, though,
Ganon. Who could have saw it coming?
No, never.
You know, I beat the game and I'm still missing like 2 or 3 items. I don't know what the fuck I'm missing at this point. Like, I wasn't going for 100% completion. I'm just playing through the game.
Maybe some bottles?
I mean, I know I got 3 bottles on.
You got the bug catcher?
Yeah. Because I love the bees. The bees on the bosses rule.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They'll
That's
fuck
a
up some
nice
bosses.
little... That's like getting that second ship in a shooter.
Yes.
Like, can you use a bee on Ganon?
Didn't try.
Never tried that, but
Because I loaded it up on potions for him. Like the red medicine or whatever.
yeah. I've never thought about trying using a bee on Ganon.
I wonder if you could just beat Ganon with nothing but the bee and a silver arrow.
I just imagine that's just like this bee. This is like the Earthbound thing. This
Yes,
bee
it's
is all
Buzz.
triumphant. Oh yeah, you're a god. You ain't.
I don't think you
shit.
could have enough bees on you because they don't last that long.
Probably not, dude. We'll get there. Ganon's a motherfucker in that game.
Yeah, he's harder than I remembered because I
Yeah.
remember cakewalking. The only thing that got
Ganon,
me,
it's the fire, the little flame bats and shit.
Yes.
That's what I have a real fucking hard time
yeah,
with.
and not flying off the edge and having to start it over.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. The same thing with the worm boss.
I was going to say, let's talk about the true bastard of that game, and that is that fucking worm boss. That is the hardest thing. That's the third temple, or the third pendant boss, I think.
Because the first one is the easiest fuck knights. That just
I
bounce
love
around.
that boss battle, though, because
Yeah.
you can literally stand in the corner
And just
just
arrow.
rain down arrows and kill every fucking one of them.
Yeah.
The
Bromp.
second one
Bromp.
is the okay, so the desert's the first medallion. The swamp,
Which
down
no,
in
it's a
the cor-
desert too.
yeah, it's a desert in the light world.
Yes.
It's your second one. What's
Yeah.
the boss in that one?
That was
though?
the worms that come out of the sand.
Yeah, that's right. And I got real good enough at one point. You can kill those with arrows too, and it fucking helps a lot. Like, you know, it'll show the dirt moving before
Yes.
they come out. You can line up, and if they come out straight at you, you can rain down arrows, and you can pop them fuckers with like 4 arrows and kill one of them.
I just got near it and spun slash because you've noticed the dirt, at least until the final one, at least until you're down to the final one, anyways. The dirt always goes diagonal.
Yeah.
So if you're directly north, south, east, or west to them, you ain't getting hit by the dirt. So I just charge up my sword, stand beside it, spin.
Hell yeah. And then the third one's that goddamn annoying fucking worm.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can hit on it's the tail. So you're literally just having to, and it speeds up after every attack. It gets to a point where it's so methed out in a rage,
Yeah.
like, and if you get hit, it knocks you to the fucking floor below you, and you gotta
Yeah.
go all the way back up and start all the way back over, and hope to fuck you don't get knocked off in a spot where you just keep falling through floors and
Yeah.
working your way back down.
Yeah.
Goddamn son of a bitch. That shit causes me anxiety thinking about, because that boss, dude, like, what a fucking dickhead.
I don't think he's worse than the fucking thieves in the Lost Woods, though. I hate those fuckers.
And what, the dude's got a fucking blonde mullet on top of that. Like,
You can't kill him. All you can do is just keep him back.
there's a lot of assholes in Hyrule and Link to the Past. Like, you
Yeah.
have to go to the thieves' hideout one part. He's like, hey, kid, this used to be a hideout for a gang of thieves. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you hang out alone around here long enough, we're going to get your ghettos, boy. Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
one thing that I was disappointed. I don't think I ever did as a kid, and so I don't remember being disappointed. But getting the chest and taking it to the thief in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
fucking bottle inside.
Yeah.
You go through all that shit for a bottle.
That's like the third bottle, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thief in the desert where if you steal a sign,
He
he'll follow
follows you.
and he's like, hey, asshole.
That was my sign.
Like, whoop-de-doo. Like, all I gotta do is walk to the next screen and you just disappear.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, like, quirky, weird shit in that game. Like,
Yeah.
it's always cracked me up how the potion magician, you walk in the potion shop and he's just constantly writhing.
Yeah.
It's like, I just imagine he's just like, hey, Soxy, I bought some potions. He's like dancing the whole time, like popping and locking and shit.
since I wasn't going with any kind of guide, I used the fuck out of the fortune teller shops.
The fortune tellers
was
crack
not-
me up too. They do the same
Yeah.
thing. Like, I got a guy, I need your fortune ride. It'd be like, right if you died. Like popping like it's like just read my goddamn fortune. Stop all this writhing.
Yeah.
Love that Bobby grind.
I was not smart enough as a kid to really take advantage of it.
A fortune teller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the shit I didn't put together when I was a kid.
Let me be a
adult.
piece of shit here now, because I am a huge Zelda fan. We're talking about one of my favorite games.
Uh-huh.
What exactly does the fortune teller do? I've beaten this game so many times.
He gives you clues about what to do next.
I've never used them.
Sometimes it's random clues about treasures, or it's clues about what to do next.
Ah.
So that helped me a lot, because trying to think. There's one point I was stuck, and the fortune teller definitely came through for me.
I do remember that a little bit. It's nothing as cryptic like as in the old Zelda, right? Where you walk up to an old man, and it's like the right wall is full of assholes.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? They're like, if you go to the right wall, it's full of assholes, and the wind blows into the direction you should go. Thanks.
No, I recall like one of them was like, the way to the desert temple can be unlocked with, with the ability to read cryptic writing or something like that. So it's like you need the book to go.
The Book of Moldora.
Yeah. Which I had got that one beforehand by accident anyway, so I was just going in all the shops. I was like, oh, that book's up there. I'm just going to run into it and knock it off.
Okay, speaking of which, what's the deal with Speedy Gonzales in the middle of the fucking village? Like, what a weirdo.
He gives you something when you catch him. There, don't he?
Yeah, rupees or something, isn't it? Or maybe a piece of heart.
I don't recall. No, was it the net? Because he's all about bugs.
No, the sick kid.
Oh, the sick kid gives you
the net. He's like, I'm dying. Catch bugs in my honor.
But yeah, if you speed run, like you have to dash after he starts, but you'll catch him. He either tells you something or gives you something. But
what about the maidens in the village? What a bunch of assholes!
Fucking narcs.
They're like, yeah, no shit, out there walking. Oh, it's the guy that kidnapped the princess. Like, yeah, try getting some dick with that attitude, lady.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed his, yeah, that's me, and then just slaughtering the guard they sent.
Yeah. Then you got your idiot guards on there that'll obviously see you walking, and they just keep walking their straight line. And you got the armor guards like, Whoa.
Yeah,
they want to fight. You can dash into trees and knock down apples for hearts or bombs for death.
Mm-hmm. Or bees.
I love the trees in the Dark World's got that mouth, and they're like, I used to be a beautiful man, but the power of the Dark World turned me into this hideous tree. Sucks be you. Mm-hmm. I've been here for 7,000 years. Help. Their souls are just imprisoned in the fucking trees. I can also spit bombs. Well, the Dark World's just a fucking feature of magical physics.
Another thing I recall that I did differently this time is I remember as a kid really needing the bomb and arrow upgrades you got from the ferry in the middle of the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Really didn't need them this time.
Okay. We may be getting a little far ahead of ourselves, but did you temper the sword?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure you can beat the game without the tempered sword, too.
I tempered it and goldenized it.
Yes.
I like the fat fairy. It's like, I look like this because of gaining. Not because of my fucking addiction to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I love how she points that out. You show it walking to her fairy cave, and she's just got ho-hos smeared all over her face. Like, Gavin did this. I bet. Is that a number 6 from Burger King?
So I got the golden sword. What else did she do? I know she'd give you magic potions. Did she upgrade anything else?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think.
No, silver arrows. She gave you the silver arrows.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I remember the fortune teller sent me that way. So, I couldn't remember where the fuck you got silver arrows. I recalled needing silver arrows for Ganon, but I was like, how the fuck do I get the silver arrows? Fortune teller was like, something about getting the bomb unlocks the way for it or something. I was like, oh fuck, go to the bomb shop.
That's right.
That's where Link's house is in the Dark World.
And you got that little asshole that just sits there going, breathing air out of his fucking trunk.
Yeah. And then you bomb the Ganon's pyramid and go to that fairy. She'll hook you up. She'll give you the hook up.
I really hate how the only way you can swim in this game is,
Flippers.
you got 500 rupees,
Yeah.
motherfucker. And I'm like, God damn, I wasn't buying a pair of sweatshop Nikes, motherfucker. Like, give me the flippers. And they're like, well, this is Zora flippers.
What the
Now
fuck
you
is,
can use the ancient waterways of the Zora. And I'm like,
the fuck is Zora
Great.
gonna do with rupees anyway? Besides sink.
Why in the fuck is a Zora making flippers?
Yeah.
Your feet are flippers, asshole.
Maybe they're like the decapitate or defootinated.
It's like those skin pants that
Yeah.
the witch necromancers had back
Yeah.
then. It's like, these are some dope ass Levi's made out of people. You know, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Ugh. Smells a little fishy.
I was also disappointed, and I went to the witch. She's like, oh, double mushroom brew in trouble. And I go get
the sleepy toadstool.
I go bring her a mushroom. It's like, oh, she's gonna give me something. I go away and come back. She tells you come back later, and it's this fucking medicine.
It's a bag of... Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of Link's Awakening. She gives you a bag of magic powder.
Magic powder is pretty rad, dude. I did not use that enough as a kid.
The little worm things, you can sprinkle it on them. It makes their heads split into three and then kills them.
The little red skulls that float around in the dungeons, you sprinkle those, they turn into fairies. Really fucking useful.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Did not know that.
Yeah. They turn into fucking fairies. That helped me so many times because even though I was full on life, I'd turn into a fairy and catch it.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can never have too many fairies in a bottle in
Hell
that
no.
game.
Shake them up and drink their blood.
Hell yeah. Dude, I can just imagine Link being like, oh, I'm about to die. And he just grabs this jar out. This fairy's like flying around. And it's like, please let me out. Starts violently thrashing this fucking fairy against the sides of the bottle. Like, the fairy dust settles out first, and then the blood starts flowing. And then you just drink that. Fairy blood mixed with fairy dust is like the greatest drug there is. Like, people shoot that shit up.
I'm trying to think of all the stumbling blocks I had this time versus when I was a kid. Getting the magic to unlock Turtle Rock.
The lightning
Yes.
stone.
Took me a while to find that because the fortune teller didn't tell me a goddamn thing about that.
Is that the one on the mountain where you got to take the Book of Moldera
Yes.
too?
I just totally forgot I could go that way.
Yeah.
So I was just running around, what the fuck am I supposed to do here?
Do you know what I use in that game more so than the sword as a weapon?
What's that?
The hook shot.
Hook shot's
I
badass.
fucking love the hook shot, dude.
Because I learned
Oh my
that
God.
in the dungeons with the jellyfish.
Yes.
Because it'll fuck them jellyfish up and you won't
You talking
get
about
shocked.
the one where you pull the little ones off of the...
Well, not the boss so much as the little bullshit enemy jellyfish.
the ones that
electrify
float.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking... Yeah. Yeah. The same thing with the little green cucumber worm
Yes.
things. Like,
Yeah, the hook
You
shot
can
will not
freeze
get
them.
you electrified.
you see something you want far off, use the hook shot.
Yeah,
Pull it right to you.
hook shot was nice. Pretty much replaces the boomerang.
Yeah. You can pull yourself across spikes with a hook shot too, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Hook shot was pretty amazing. I think
The hammer.
the hammer. The only time the hammer is really useful, besides getting around, was the little turtle guys. You can hammer and knock them on their asses. And,
That one boss,
yeah.
which you can use bombs if you don't have the hammer on him.
Really, I've always used the hammer on them.
I think you can use bombs. There's
Because you had to crack his shell, right?
Yeah, it's got the face armor. You got to crack it, and he's got the giant gemstone in the middle of his head.
Yeah, magic gem weak spot. Yeah, the jellyfish boss, I really liked that boss. Because you had to get all the little... Or is that the eyeball boss? I don't recall now.
The eyeball boss is the one with the little cloud.
Little cloud of eyes. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
That's a fun boss, though.
Yeah.
After you kill them, it hits in the water.
Yeah.
And just goes around. Right? I think.
I want to say. I beat this, a week or so ago, and I'm already forgetting half of it. I should have taken notes.
I'm real bad about running shit with Link to the Past and Link's Awakening together.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're kind of close. So I'm real bad about running that shit together. They got a lot of bosses that are similar between the two.
Oh, that's another thing that I encountered in Link to the Past I totally forgot about. There's chain chomps.
Yeah.
I always thought that was just in
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. Yeah, fucking chain chomps in there. That was in... I think that was the Turtle Rock dungeon or Ganon's Tower. One of the two.
I think it's Ganon's Tower. I like how you have to... Speaking of Turtle Rock, to get there, you gotta have that mirror shield to deflect the fucking fire.
Yeah, the eyeballs in the wall and stuff. Yeah, the mirror shield was nice. It's funny, by the time you beat that game, Link looks like he just came out of a rave. Because he's got like purple clothes and a big red shield and everything, a golden sword.
He's still high on ketamine.
Yeah.
Bastard. Dude, the music to Link to the Past is still something that sticks out to this day. So many good, song choices in that game.
Mm-hmm. I like the non-linearity of it, too, especially for back then. It was very wide open for what you had available back then.
Dude, one of the saddest parts of that game is helping the ghost go back to his house.
I don't know if I did that. I don't remember a ghost being... I recall the...
I think I'm fucking running them together. I've worked 13 hours today, so... Yeah, I think I'm running it because you bring... Yeah, it's Link's Awakening.
Now, the guy you get the whistle from, the little flute-playing boy in the woods, you go to the Dark World, and he's like, play it for me one more time. And he turns into the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. That... I'm getting them mixed up. Because, the ghost in Link's Awakening, you take him home, and he looks at his house, and it's all run down. He was like, now I can be at peace or whatever, and he just fades into the nether. But, yeah, I was wrong. Fucking, I always used to fuck up the elder in the desert's name, Sir Hazarala.
Oh, the guy who always talked to you telekinetically in every fucking dungeon?
Hey, this is... If you touch these tiles, I can speak to you telepathically.
Yeah.
Like, okay, just tell me what to do. Well, I can't do that. You got to be vague if you're telepathic.
Yeah.
Or else this game would be too easy.
Yeah. It's just very obvious things. All right, we're going to take a quick piss break.
Yeah.
All right, we back.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bladder's small and I had to take a pee. My name is Luigi and my bladder not the big as Mario's. He have a prostate cancer. Mamma mia.
That's awful. But anyway.
My urethra is long and narrow like a Mia.
Don't mind Hank, he has urethra problems.
But anywho.
I really wish I would take some notes on this so I'd have my thoughts gathered more.
No, I mean, I can talk about it all night long. My brain's scattered from work. 12-hour shifts are fucking killing me still.
It was really interesting going through it without any kind of outside help, though.
That's still like one of my earliest memories is like being on the school bus going home when I'm like fucking however young, 6 or 7, whatever, riding the school bus, and this dude that still works at our local grocery store now, like, was writing in there. He's like, "You don't shift forms if you just get the moon, bro."
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is true. And what the fuck up with the little egg guy getting bullied by that big pink asshole in the Dark World? I'm like, y'all just got stuck here and have nothing better to do than to fuck with each other on top of this doom and gloom mountain all fucking day long?
Why not?
Like,
Oh, man,
I guess.
that reminds me of going up the mountain in the Light World. I hate the rocks.
Oh,
So
what
take
a
my-
bunch of fucking bastards.
That's why I was so glad to get the fucking bird, because he can shortcut that a whole lot.
Yeah, and you got to take that old man,
Yeah,
like, through up there, and he's the one that gives you the fucking mirror.
yeah.
Like, that, like, dude, that shit causes pain because they're so randomized.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to probably take a fucking hit no matter what you do. Like,
Yeah. And it sucks too, because, once you got the Master Sword, having full health is really great because you can attack at a distance. Then fucking Rod comes along and knocks off, 3/8 of a heart, and now.
I'm glad Link to the Past, though, is not like Breath of the Wild. Every time a rock hits, he's like, your Master Sword has broken.
Yeah.
Your Master Sword has broken. Your will has broken. Your soul is broken. Like, God, yeah.
When they do another one of those, they gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Especially
I agree.
at least the fucking Master Sword.
That was my whole deal in that game. I'm like, you spend all this time doing all this work to get the fucking Master Sword. The Master Sword. Okay, honestly, tell me this. Is Link Link because he's Link, or is Link Link because he wields the fucking Master Sword, is the power truly in Link, or is the power truly only in the Master Sword that's activated by Highlands? So
It's kind of Thor's hammer deal.
yeah, you need the yin and the fucking yang for this shit to work. And like, what do? The Master Sword lost all its energy, boss. Like, God, what?
Maybe Link in Breath of the Wild isn't like a true descendant of Holland.
That's like making a God creation game where you play God, and it's like, you can't create it Sunday.
Yep.
What? I'm God. I can do what the fuck I want. Where are these rules coming from?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And all the other weapons seem to break too easily anyways.
They do, man. Like, never in my time would I ever think a stick that a hobgoblin or hoblobkin or whatever you call them in that one is carried would be on par with a Master Sword.
Yeah.
I'm like, and this is, you got to think about, that's one thing in the Zelda universe that hasn't changed. The Master Sword that's in fucking Link to the Past is the fucking Master Sword in Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fucking Master Sword in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
It's different Links, different Zeldas, but it's always the same Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
How was it the Link 500 years before you, motherfucker, destroyed all evil in Hyrule without so much as one break?
Right.
At some point, it's operator's error.
He didn't read the manual.
Yeah, that's what we get for having emo Link now.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a fucking Sheikah tablet? You got a tablet? Yeah, your Master Sword is going to break. If he took that thing, I'm surprised Ganon was just like, you pissy bitch. It just kills the shit out of Link finally. That's the ending I want.
Yeah.
That's what you get for a Master Sword that breaks. Like, oh, stage fright? Your Master Sword went limp.
Yeah. How's the Master Sword been around for eternity? But now it's running out of energy.
Yeah, no shit. Global warming.
Yeah.
That's why.
Master Sword was an inside job.
Al Gore actually warned us about the frugality of the Master Sword years ago, but nobody listened. He offered us a true Link to the Past, but nobody listened.
Nope.
See what I did there?
Nope.
Well, fuck you then.
Consider me fucked.
But that was like Link to the Past was really cool in the fact that it really is almost kind of like two games in one when you get to the duality of being able to be in light world and dark world.
Right.
Like, because you got a whole map in light world and you got that whole same map in dark world that's got different shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty rad.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And the puzzles of, bouncing from one to the other to get to where you need to go. I liked how conveniently, like, the locations you needed to stand in to do that were, like, marked out somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, these strange tiles have strange markings. I'm like, oh, maybe you should stand on it.
Yeah. Or even, like, all the grass in this area's been cut away.
The puzzles in
I'll
that
go
game...
here and use the mirror.
Yeah. The puzzles in that game aren't near as hard as they were when you were a kid.
Uh-uh.
And, I mean, I guess that's kind of like that. I think that still the two hardest Zelda games out of fucking any of them are the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Just because...
especially the second one.
Yeah. That, I questioned when I was a child playing Zelda 2 if I wanted to grow up and be a productive human or if I wanted to faceplant my dad's boat motor outside.
Yeah.
Repeatedly. I tried the boat motor. That's why that scar is right there. Didn't try hard enough.
Did you motorboat the boat motor?
Yeah, I tried. But that those games are so fucking hard just because that's that old school cryptic Nintendo shit. Mm-hmm. You didn't have, which to be fair, like strategy guides and all that shit didn't really exist at the time.
Not conveniently.
No. I mean, you could find shit in a Nintendo Power or something.
Yeah.
And very rarely you might find something, but that just kind of shit was way more cryptic back then.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first game of its time too. It's just like, oh, on this screen you burn this random bush, and guess what? There's a passageway underneath it.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first ones to really do that shit.
Yeah. So now you're going around trying to set every bush on fire.
Yeah. Sounds like my love life.
Yeah.
That's awful. But goddamn, Link to the Past is so good. I don't know what else to say about it. It's so fucking good.
It's good. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh yeah, no shit. It's still a toss up between if Link to the Past or Link's Awakening is my favorite game of all time. Like they're both right. I mean, it's just like one of them things. I find merits on each that are kind of, above one another, I guess.
Yeah. There was really no great story element to Link to the Past. I mean, it's pretty standard.
It's your prototypical Zelda story. Hey, Ganon's wanting all the power. He's about to fuck everybody else to get it. Zelda's the key. Guess what? He's got her.
Yeah.
Go get her ass.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Link to the Past, though, is the first... Well, no. I take that back. Link to the Past just further goes along with the fuckery of the Zelda timeline. Zelda 2 is the one that really... Adventure of Link.
I think there is no Zelda timeline. Any attempt, even by Nintendo, is just fan fiction.
Well, the one they did by Nintendo is like they just made all these games without ever thinking about how this shit. That's why the timeline's so convoluted.
Yeah,
it splits into 3 different fucking things. Like
there's no true timeline.
Ocarina Kid Link dies. Ocarina Adult Link dies. Ocarina Adult Link survives. That's where the 3 timelines go separate. Even stupid shit like Four Swords. Four Swords was a Zelda party multiplayer game. That's why they made that. they even figured out a way to tie that shit into
Of course.
to the canon story. And I'm like, don't do that. You don't have to do that.
No.
Because, Zelda is the de facto, that's the original story.
Yeah.
Adventure of Link, Sleeping Zelda that you were saving is Zelda from first Zelda's ancestor of 100 years ago that's been asleep for 100 years. So you're saving 2 Zeldas. So my question is, if you're the same Link and you save 2 princesses, do you get to have a 3-way with both Zeldas?
Yeah. Why not?
One should. That Triforce,
Yeah. Get your Triforce on.
So
Get your old Triforce Johnson.
with your old crusty, rusty power glove, asshole. But here comes the emails.
Uh-huh.
Can you even type an email with that crusty left power glove hand? We know it don't work well with the Nintendo. Anyways, Link to the Past is 100 years before the first Zelda. Which makes me wonder, if it's 100 years before the first Zelda, is the Sleeping Zelda from Adventure of Link the Zelda from Link to the Past?
Maybe.
They never clarify that shit.
Because it was never...
It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Each was... It's an anthology. They're all their own separate
Link
thing.
to the Past 100 years after. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It's an anthology series. They were
To
not
be my
meant
favorite
to be...
video game series of all time, it's way too convoluted. Because it wasn't.
Yeah. It's just, they're on the separate stories. They run the same themes, but they're not the same thing.
Fucking lame.
It's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it doesn't have to be.
No. You kind of don't want it to be.
No, I definitely don't want it to be.
But,
And
anyway.
when you got to make all that shit link together, you lose a lot of your creative power. So it's best off that they just kind of don't try to make.
They were just like, his name Link. We gotta make all these happen.
Yeah. It all links together.
If we don't make our characters Link after his name being Link, then goddamn it, what have we truly done here?
It's I can only imagine one day they're going to release, Square Enix is going to release a Final Fantasy timeline. Somehow they're all going to be attached.
Yeah.
It'd be about make as much sense.
Probably. They couldn't even take place on the same fucking planet.
No.
Which, I mean, they kind of almost did that with Zelda, too.
Yeah.
Wind Waker, which, I mean, I get it. Wind Waker's like, well, Hyrule was flooded at a certain point. And I'm like, was it? Because, last time I checked, Hyrule was this big, and now it's this goddamn big.
Oh, it keeps growing. It's like Godzilla.
Yeah. Where in the fuck was Turtle Rock on the first Zelda?
Yeah.
If they all take place within 100, where was Turtle Rock? It's in every other fucking one.
Yeah.
Death Mountain. Where did goddamn Death Mountain go? You don't hear about it a whole lot anymore. You did in Zelda 64.
Yeah.
But maybe that was it.
Maybe it died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Death Mountain died.
It deathed. Got in a mild case of death, and it demountained. It unmountained itself. Anyways.
I think we ought to close this out with some Zorlda music.
Yeah, I do too.
Let me find something here. All right, we got one to give a spin here.
Such good music.
It's when you're looking for Zelda's ass.
fucking bitch! Where are you, you fucking bitch? No, it didn't fit.
That's right. This music motivates you to save Zelda because Aghanim's about to get his rape on.
Oh, yeah. He's done raped all the other maidens of Hyrule. The princess is the creme de la creme to get. Right when he nuts, it makes that brrrr noise. It's awful. Today on Hyrule News, Ganon's raped another maiden of Hyrule. The king responds with sheer agony. Tonight at
6. It's amazing what they were able to
Good
do with
stuff.
this, some fucking sine waves and stuff.
6. Yeah. Because, like, still to this day, that's, like, one of the most, like, orchestrated sounding old school 16-bit soundtracks.
Yeah, that one in Final Fantasy VI.
Yes. Yes. Final Fantasy VI, the opening, that dark-ass theme that's playing at the beginning where it's, like, showing the fire and everything.
Yeah.
Then it fades down to a little piano melody.
Yeah.
That shit's killer. That's,
Yeah, it
like,
is.
the best.
I need to play through that one. I might make that my next one. I play through without a guide.
7
6.
or 6.
Yeah.
3 here.
I can do 7 with my eyes closed at this point. 6, I've played through it a couple times.
You can tell my brain's not fucking working.
Yeah.
We just...
It's late for you. And you've been working.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm on point tonight.
Yeah, that's why we're recording late. Lyle's been working his ass off.
And we got fucked on the weather last
Yeah,
week.
we did.
We had an ice storm Monday and partially into Tuesday. Oh. Sally Struthers has got the few pennies a day, I see.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, I think next week I'm going to be talking about some King's Dilemma, probably a little Stellaris, because I've been wasting my life away in that one again. And yeah, I might start up Final Fantasy VI.
Do that. I need to play. Everybody, I've owned that game twice, and I've never beaten it. Every single person I've ever talked to is like, "Yo, man, you need to."
It's pretty gnarly,
Need to-
especially like you get to the point where you think you beat the game, and it's like, no, you didn't.
Well, everybody's kind of told me too, like story wise, they were like, that was the one before 7 where it was just like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
where you start figuring stuff out. That was the first one too that kind of blended the, I guess, kind of blended the sci-fi element a little
Yeah.
bit, wasn't it? Like with the mechs and
Yeah,
shit like
it
that.
did. Magitech.
God, that sounds like an awful company. They'd be like, Magitech's new Wheel of Fortune, the video game.
Yeah.
I guess because Game Tech used to
Yeah.
make those.
There's a new competitor to Microsoft Paint by Magitech.
Oh my!
Now
you-
with new clip art.
yeah, comes with a whopping 16 color palette. Like, oh, and now you can invert colors. Draw titties on your favorite cartoon characters.
And full 720 by 480.
What resolution? Well, anywho.
That should be 640 by 480 now that I think about it.
Jesus.
My old resolutions are not where they should be in my head.
I'm glad, because why would you need to know?
Why are they seared in my brain? Like 1024 by 768 used to be like the best. I remember finally
Speechless
getting
I am.
1024 by 768 resolution on my monitor, and I'm like, holy fuck. I can barely see the pixels.
There's nothing holy about any of that you just said.
Full
Sorry.
32-bit color. Oh my god.
Makes me want to go home
I had
and play.
256 megs of RAM.
God. DirectX 9.1.
Oh no, that was like in DirectX 5 or something.
Oh.
9's semi-recent.
Silicon graphics.
Oh man, I got the newest Voodoo graphics card. Back before NVIDIA and AMD
Look
ruled
at
the
my
market.
sweet Sidewinder gamepad.
Yeah.
Oh.
My new processor's so fast, I had to put a fan on it.
You know I've got the ViewSonic monitor. If it ain't got the parrots on it, it ain't shit.
I got the latest Bonzi Buddy installed.
Fuck your 3.5. I got a zip drive.
Yeah,
it was a zip drive,
zip
wasn't
drive.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, it holds 30 megabytes, motherfucker.
Now,
Come
zip
on.
drives were like 500 megs. They were pretty impressive.
Oh, I'm way off.
Yeah, zip drives were later on. I mean, they were around the same time as CDs. CDs quickly beat them out. But for a hot minute, I really wanted me a zip drive.
God, I remember that. Zip drive just makes me think of old WinZip.
WinZip.
And all 1 million WinZip users denial for licenses.
Yeah.
Like, how did that ever... I'm like...
Nobody ever paid for it.
I literally want to be like, you do realize your shit keeps working even if you don't pay for it, right?
Or even when they fixed it where it wouldn't, all you had to do was change your date on the computer.
Yep. Get grandfathered into that shit.
You got 30 days, or you got 2 days left in your trial. Oh yeah, changed my date. You got 60,000 years left in your trial.
You'll still be able to use WinZip on a fucking Microsoft, like, Windows Vista computer or XP computer, like, well after your body is in a petrified, fossilized state. Motherfucker, you are natural gas right now, but
Yeah.
guess what? And you know what else? Your Winamp still works.
Yeah.
It's been 60 million years and you can still listen to fucking Blink 182. Civilization.
Uh-huh. Still better than getting YouTube for free on your phone, whether you want it or not. Why I don't buy Apple. Can you imagine that? You wake up one day and your phone's like, we've downloaded the entire new U2 album on your phone. Listen to it now.
U2. I've always thought U2 is like one of the most awful bands
Yeah.
on the planet. I fucking hate that band.
Yes.
So you can imagine to my surprise how well I felt when in my last, I hate saying this, but I got to. Last relationship I had, you get ditched by some fucking shit kicker whose favorite band is U2. That's what made me want to put a pistol in my mouth. I just can't believe there's somebody that has the audacity to think U2 is a good band.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you, dipshit.
And claim to have testicles on top.
Yeah, no shit. Like, yep. Yeah. I don't. There ain't nothing else you can really say. Like, I wish more awful events would happen at U2 concerts.
Yeah.
Oh, Bono's not Jesus. Anyways, it's time to get the fuck off here. I'm ready to go home and go to bed.
Go get you sleep, man.
Yeah. We'll be, well, actually, this one will probably come out tomorrow.
Yeah,
ish.
Yeah,
Tomorrow?
tomorrow-ish to make up for a little late release.
So today's Monday. This will be Tuesday when you're hearing this, and we're gonna go ahead and do another one next week.
Yep, that way you kind of keep on track.
Yeah, we really got screwed by weather last week. But anywho, anything else to say?
Nope.
God damn it! Game over, man.
Game over. I'm Rod Todgers, and I smell like cat feces.